to another episode of Fuck Is They Talking About. I'm your host, Michael the Librarian, and I'm here with Conspiracy.
Hi.
And today the focus of conversation is going to be on what is black culture in America. The mindset uh mindset of black culture, relationships, money, things of that nature. To me, personally, we just gonna get right into it. We're not even going. To me, we have no culture. To me, black culture in America is fucking whack in so many categories. First, I mean from how we deal with one another, from how we view money, music, the way we choose to raise our children, the way we carry ourselves in public and in private, just everything that comes along with it just niggas is lost,
Yeah,
you know,
I can definitely see that. I think like
and
black
it's
culture. Oh, never mind. I didn't think it was I didn't think it was.
and it's just and it's just and I have I have an interesting take on why we have no culture, but it's just it's black Americans are a scattered group. Like there's really no because there is no culture, there is no true unity amongst us. Like we have no real unity, and it's something that really needs to be discussed, in a raw context. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas be beating around the bush about this shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as like solutions or the topics that they want to have about the about the shit, but it's like they don't want to put nothing in its truly proper context.
Mm.
Like niggas just don't bullshit. There's just like no way. Like just black culture in general is trash. So that's just me, and I'll get into more to why I think that way. But I like to hear you and hear your thoughts on
All I was
black
gonna
culture.
say that I feel like most of our culture is pretty much just like white people culture with like seasoning salt on it.
Hmm.
Because it's
Hmm.
like down to like the religion, down to the language, everything is
Hmm.
just Caucasian, but you know, you put a little flavor in it, now it's, a culture. But I can say that if you think about other cultures, like, across the countries and, the Asians and, Africans, they have their separate, like, religions and everything like that. And they're pretty much unified as a group. I also think that when it comes to black culture and we're speaking about unity and Like in other places, you notice that there is ranks to certain races, well, to other races. There's ranks. People get disowned if they doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing. And I feel like that kind of keeps things in order or keeps things in line. Now it's like over here, if you're black and say for instance, people with like minds like me and yourself, they would consider us terrible people for leaving out, prostitutes or, trying to leave prostitutes behind. But in all actuality and the reality of the situation is people in other countries, you get disowned. Like those two worlds they can't really coexist. Am I right? Like they not. If like if we're trying to get better, we have. It's hard for us to get better as people if the leaders are trying to drag everybody every step of the way. Cause it's like, how you gonna get where you trying to bring everybody with you? You gotta lead by example. Gotta be up there. They'll see later, but the fact that we try to, I say, bring everybody with us before we even establish anything for ourselves, it's kind of like kind of make people
Right.
really fall short.
Well, one of the first things you said that deserves more exploration is you said something to the effect. You said something about how each race is. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And like black cultures is chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
There is black culture is dysfunction. There is no, like you said, rank and file. There is no rank and file. There is no structure. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be chaotic and all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Non-disciplined. You know, and it's that. You know what I'm
Dysfunctional.
saying? It's just like, and then you touched on leaving people behind. I fuck them because it's like the only thing that I can do is bring it to your awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Once I bring it to your awareness, there's nothing else I can do
Mm-hmm.
because you're an adult. And
Yeah.
so I played my part in doing what I was supposed to do and bringing it to your awareness. Now the responsibility and accountability is on you. And so if you don't act on the information that I bring to you, that that has no effect on me
Mm-hmm.
because I understand that everybody has their own life path.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their own lessons that they need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, I don't want to start veering off the the path, but yes. But you know what? That's not even veering off the path because that's relevant because in that mindset of not wanting to quote unquote leave people behind, that's when unacceptable behaviors become tolerated.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? For the sake of like not trying to leave somebody behind, you know what I'm saying? You end up
Enabling.
stuck, yeah, and then you end up stuck and dealing with shit that
It's
ain't
like
your shit to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But you in it because you decided to involve yourself in somebody else's accountability.
mhm. It's like the crabs in a bucket. Like,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, fuck that.
yeah.
And but it's like, how can we have any culture when we are the only subset, like the only subset of black people on this planet who has no idea of their origin story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all other black people on the face of this planet can trace their roots somehow, some way, indigenously. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, maybe not the. I guess maybe you might be able to put the blacks of the Caribbean in that, but then I don't know because they still have voodoo down there in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? And that was something that they brought with them from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So, but we don't only grew. We don't know our origin story. You know what I'm saying? We don't know none of that shit. And so it's like
Which is
that's
a
where
good.
we're fucked from the gate. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, we practice in other people's religion. You know what I'm saying? The Christianity is the white man's religion.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Islam is the Arab's religion. You know, like we don't. The Black American has no culture because we don't know where the fuck we came from.
And you know what should tell you something wrong about that is that, Buddha look like an Asian. Some of them praise Genghis Khan.
Hmm.
Yours look like a Caucasian man. That don't even make sense. Like,
Right.
the picture don't even look like you. Even now,
Hmm.
when it comes to that, I thought about it so many times, and it's just like you can understand how systematic that is. Because if this person is supposed to be saving you, and no matter how many times in the book it does say that, yeah, he had wool and whatever, you can look at that stuff in the book and it just be like, it's gonna go one ear, well, in one ear and out the other one, because what you're seeing, what you're looking at, is a picture of this Caucasian man. You don't know that that's subconsciously in your brain already right there. So then I feel like that leads to, being allowing them to do things that they're clearly not supposed to be doing, in the name of turning the other cheek, because the white man gonna come save you after the white man been beating you all this time. It's the craziest thing ever in the whole entire planet. I don't know. That was just like that was connected to the religion, but this is something to think about as well. There's a lot that has a lot that has a big part to play in the destruction of black people as well.
Yeah, I don't know why these niggas think. They've been talking this 40 acres and a mule shit for years. Like these niggas ain't giving us nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like the modern day white nigga look at us and be like, none of y'all niggas were slaves.
Mhm.
The modern day white nigga look at us and be like, none of us held slaves. You know what I'm saying? So why do you think that we owe you niggas anything? And that's the accountability piece that, you know what I'm saying, that I was referring to earlier. Like, I understand that perspective. They don't owe us shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I did the same thing.
It's on us to take a stand, but we don't do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what we really need to take a stand, like, we don't take a stand. Like, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember back in the day, these niggas, was it fucking Hilfiger? It might have been, it was either Hilfiger or Pola, but I think it was Hilfiger though. These niggas was mad because Hilfiger was like, he don't make his clothes for niggas and shit. You know what I mean? But niggas is the one buying all his clothes and all that shit though. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Then recently these niggas, boycotting Target, other shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So now, my question is, are these niggas gonna start boycotting all of these hair stores around the country now that this Chinese nigga was found not guilty of shooting this little boy in his fucking back?
No, because
You
you
know, or y'all motherfuckers is wilding when a white cop shoot a nigga. Y'all, and it's so wild because I gotta check and see if, because this is the nigga's third shooting that he
mm,
done got off on, as far as self defense. But I don't know if the other two cases involved black individuals.
mm-hmm.
But this is his third shooting where, you know, he's
He
gotten
did not
off on
shoot
a
people.
self defense claim, and it's like, I guarantee you them bundles is still getting bought.
They're gonna get bought. And
Oh, for sure.
let me say something about that too. When you said that, well, when you did ask originally, are they gonna start boycotting these places because of this Asian guy? And then, I don't know if you saw, like a couple weeks ago, there was this Hispanic lady that was beating on this 16-year-old at the high school. Did you see that one? It was a
No,
16-year-old.
maybe,
It was a 16-year-old
maybe.
boy with dreads, and she ran over there, and he was on like the sidewalk, and she was beating him intensely in his face. And everybody was holding everybody else back, and they just let her do that. So my thing is, okay, so you see what white people do to you, you see what Asian people do to you, and you see what Hispanic people do to you. Ain't nobody, don't nobody favor you. Everybody sticks to their own people except for us. And it's like we give everybody else our money, our time, our energy, our currency. And they just turn around and do stuff like that. And it's like we have no backbone because you gonna boycott all day, but then you'll be back next week. And then think about this: you boycotting Target, you gonna go to Walmart.
Hmm.
You might go
Hmm.
somewhere else, but you're not even
Right,
understanding
right,
that it's all
right.
owned by the same people.
and
So
and then when we and then when we spend money amongst ourselves, it always be, let me get the hookup. Let
yeah,
me let me get 15-20% every fucking time.
you
You
ain't
know what I'm
asking to
saying? It's
tell
like,
yourself for that
it,
two
it,
thousand
it's
dollar
it's like
restaurant.
it's like you just feel like your skin color is supposed to be an automatic coupon, nigga. The fuck is
I'm done.
that's not how that shit work. That's just not how
Mm-mm.
it work, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a fucked situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we got this no snitching culture. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas don't want to fucking it's a don't snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even understand why this type of culture is even still being fucking promoted in 2026. Why is gang culture still being fucking promoted? There are so many ways to make money out in this fucking world to where you don't have to sell drugs and shoot guns legally. Like I don't want to hear about the fucking struggle, nigga. I just there's no excuse for any type of nigga. You got the internet, you got a cell phone. I don't want to hear shit. Matter of fact, as long as you got the fucking internet, if you have internet access, I don't want to hear shit about struggle.
Go DoorDash. You got a car? Do something.
Internet internet access automatically means a million opportunities.
I don't know.
Automatically.
I feel like people who feel the need to be in spaces like that is obviously lacking something internally. Cause you have to prove a point. This
Yeah, I
nigga
know,
trying
but
to prove a point.
uh,
What?
uh, uh, true, which is like which is why it's interesting to be a Black American because it's like, especially the generation between, not the generation, but I would say between the ages of 25 and about 45.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like those who are between those ages right now are doing a lot of trauma healing for real. For for niggas in America as a collective, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because people are starting to have these types of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like the good thing is the conversations are being had. The problem is, or I don't want to say the problem, but niggas ain't really talking about the shit how the shit need to be fucking talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is still just beating around the bush, wanting to cater to people's feelings.
They don't
And
want to be canceled. They don't want to be canceled. How they gonna make that money?
but see that's the thing though. There's no such thing as being canceled because it's like, for instance, with the nigga R. Kelly, yo, there is still niggas who's never stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Tap on a baby.
Like,
Tap
like
on
there's just
a
some niggas like who just never stop. So it's like, and that's to say, like, if you just being like your real authentic self, there's always going to be a group of people who gravitate to you.
baby. That's true. I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you keeping it all the way 100, and so it's not like, I wouldn't even call it being canceled. To me, it's just like, all right, these is the niggas who really like truly fuck with me. The rest of y'all niggas, y'all was just entertained by me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But these is the ones right here who like really rock out with a nigga. So I
What
don't
is
even
it
look
talking
at it as
about?
being canceled. But I understand niggas' perspective though. That's how they look at the shit. Cause you can't talk about the gay shit in public without always having to be politically correct. Cause niggas is scared of like hurting niggas' feelings and shit like that. But right now we 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 healing like that 20 that age range is healing a lot centuries of fucking trauma in this country for us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Somebody making it clap. Hold on. I'm thinking about diving on the ground. Hold
oh
on.
somebody that's
Ah, they sound close.
but see but but see this is what I'm saying though. But see this is what I'm saying though. It's like we kill each other more than anybody else and we want to talk
That's
about
what
black
I'm
culture though.
saying. And it's like the
We want
police.
we want to talk about black culture. We first of all we killing each other. Niggas is killing each other, and niggas don't even own the mailbox in the fucking neighborhood that they killing somebody in. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like y'all out here beefing about a block to block from stop sign to stop sign, and that
Mm-hmm.
understanding that nigga life is from galaxy to galaxy, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like block to block ain't shit in the scheme of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is operating on a galactic frequency, nigga, and y'all niggas is worried about block to block.
Yeah, I
The
feel you.
fuck is you niggas doing?
I'm just thinking that like I was talking about like the police and or just like anybody that's a different race. You see how they just out here just be killing us. They don't care about us. And my thing is how the hell we out here killing each other when clearly like how we gonna be our own enemy? Like that makes no sense. I don't understand that. We already
But
not
see,
like how you gonna add more not like to that? They taught you this? You're acting just
but
like this.
but but see right now that's the general consensus among the collective. I'm a create a situation and then I'm gonna make myself a victim in the situation that I created. That's what these niggas is out here doing nowadays, and it's
I'm still
it's
listening.
it's it's
I'm still listening.
flabbergasting, but it makes sense at the same time because, like you said, it was systematic. So systematically, we have been trained to enslave ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, um, people, there's a debate that be going out that goes on where people say, does culture influence the music or does music influence the culture?
The music influences the culture. Ding 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 ding.
And
It's the frequency. It's what you're talking about. And
there,
then
there's really no way around that.
yeah, and it's like I was thinking one day and I was like, what happened to the black community between like the 60s and now? Or even just like no, I said the 90s. I said what happened between to the black community between the 90s and now. And then I thought about it. I was like, it's the music. Every single era has a different set of music from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, the 90s to the 2000s. And then when you go into those decades and you can just hear it and just hear how it gets worse and worse and worse. Even at the end of the 90s with them talking about
Right.
gangs,
And
rapping
and
and
and and, it, and it's and I'm so glad you fucking brought that up, right? That's wild you said that because you fucking right. It started with the fucking music, and
Yes.
it started in the fucking 80s. And you know what song it started with? And they used them perfectly. The
Give it
Salt and
away, baby.
Pepper.
Oh.
No, Salt and Pepper. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good times and the bad times that may be. Let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about sex. You
Ooh.
see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and they
And
used
then,
uh they used a black female rap group to start
push
talking about openly talking about sex. You see what I'm
and then
saying?
yeah, and then
That
even
was planned. That was
yeah,
planned.
definitely.
They knew what they was doing with that.
Yeah. And they put those people in the forefront, and then we got black people that look up to those people because they making more money than they do, not even knowing that
Mm-hmm.
they really be broke for real. But
Right.
they make more
Right.
money than
Right.
they do, and the white people put them in your face. And from 2019, remember when all those girl rappers start coming out here? I ain't seen more hoes ever a day in my life. What happened to you
Right.
covering up? And why is it so cool for everybody to look like prostitutes walking outside? And then as soon as a man, try to holler at you like that, you feel disrespect. It's like, be for real. Like, you look like you work in the corner. How you expect anybody to know? And it's like, where this come from? Oh, because maybe because there was a plethora of girls they sent out here talking about being hosts. It's like you can't listen to rap music that's mainstream that's not talking about doing it.
But this is the black culture that they talking about. This is the image that they want us to have of black culture, just
Yeah.
a sexually free, uh
Gang banging.
rambunctious,
Yeah.
just just moralless,
They
no values.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. Like it's actually fucking promoted. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it's promoted, and it's enabled by like all of these people who call themselves leaders, thought leaders. From F fuck talking about AI, man. Like fuck all that. I mean, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you really like trying to make a difference, man, like we gotta talk about where it really fucking matters at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, AI
And it
stealing the jobs.
and it starts with the fucking mindset here. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas, this shit is fucking. Like I be hearing some of the conversations, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I still fall victim to shit.
Yeah, I watched Love
But
and Hip
it's like,
Hop.
I still, I still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I have
even
guilty
though,
pleasure.
yeah, like even though you start reaching certain level, I'm still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah,
still a
of
human.
course.
I still having a human experience and all that. But
Right.
it's like, y'all niggas is out here cutting the fuck up,
Right.
cuz, and
Y'all
it's
go.
like
Y'all taking this shit too far. Y'all taking inches.
too far, and nobody is like really like, no, we gotta chill with this shit, yo. Like, because
This
like
could.
you said, like there's no way, like there was modesty, like you said, but it's like, the sexual liberation has been a tool to divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? If you can separate a man from his woman, then
Good one. I see what
that
you did there.
kingdom is weak. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yeah.
which now then leads us to, how right now the black man and the black woman is going at each other neck and neck. Now the thing about it is, though, there's different ways to look at it, because you can be like, all right, like, at least conversations is being had. You know what I'm saying? But then
Mhm.
there comes a point in time where the same talking points gotta quit being fucking said, and it's like, all right, it's just time to get to the fucking nitty gritty of the shit. You know what I'm saying? And move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand, like, a lot of shit gotta be taken care of. A lot of shit gotta be healed, and we need each other. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like, black women, America specifically, are the only subset of women who saying they don't need their men. You know, that's systematic. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That some of that too is also due to our behavior. You know what I'm saying? We as black men we gotta take responsibility for the chaos that we create in our neighborhoods too. You know what I'm saying? Because, for instance, like, man, a, a nigga I knew, this nigga's son, this nigga's son was in like the fucking second grade, and this little dude could rap a King Von album from beginning to end.
Mhm.
Not a song, the album. You know what I'm saying? This is King Von we talking about here. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, the fuck is going on here?
Mhm.
How do you even, like, you just cool with your son, just like really just in his room, 8 years old, just in the room jigging this shit, the kid, like, get the fuck out of here, like, this is how you niggas is living, and y'all cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, niggas are smiling, he and ha ha, instead of being like, yo, nah, like, yo, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit niggas gotta start doing. Is like manning up and womaning up, you know what I'm saying, and holding people accountable. But it's like, we have no fucking culture, we have no direction, you know what I'm saying? And the niggas who call themselves wanting to be leaders of the black community is always a fucking athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it always an athlete or a nigga who make you laugh?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't well, they don't make no more L Sharptons, Jesse Jacksons. Fuck is them type niggas at? You know what I'm saying? Oh, we too busy recording somebody getting beat the fuck up. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, there was a story a couple years ago that was just so fucking sad to me. This nigga was drowning in Florida, and four black teens, and instead of them helping this man, they just recorded him. He ended up dying and drowning. And that shit was just wow.
I mean, to be honest, they probably couldn't swim for real. But the record that is crazy.
I mean, at minimum, there's 4 phones on scene.
That's crazy though. Like, go get help.
One of those one of those phones automatically should have been 911.
Mm-hmm.
One. That's all it takes is just one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it,
Absolutely.
and it was just like they end up getting charged or some shit, I want to say, or they wanted them, and nothing came of it legally, but it was just interesting. Just
That's
like niggas just like it's just still sad. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just wild because two 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 of the biggest people promoting this shit is fucking white. DJ Vlad and this nigga named 1090 Jake.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way these motherfucking niggas go talking about like black hip hop and like it's, but it's like, you know, what do you asked, but you asked, you know, what happened in the '80s, but do you think it might have happened? It might have started earlier than that. The divide in the black
Yeah.
family.
Wasn't that like the 60s?
See, it might have been a little earlier than that.
Let me see. I
It
ain't sure.
it, it, it might have it might have been like, I want to say between the '40s and the '60s. You know
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying? Because it's like there was a choice that was made. There was a split that was made. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie. I've talked to some black women, and some older ones. You know, and they say that the split was made. The choice was made by black women to take the white this to start taking government assistance
Mm-hmm.
and removing the the black man out the house, and that was the true
Maybe
that
it's
was the
because
true demise.
maybe it's because they keep telling themselves that Jesus is gonna save them, and Jesus looked like a white man.
You know what? I don't know what it is, but it's like, because the thing is, before the white man got involved, the black man was taking care of 11 kids over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then two more on the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get it. He had two more on the other side of town, but he was taking care of all 13 on his own, though. You
It's
know what I'm
like
saying? Like, he was still taking care of all 13, where the black woman didn't have to work. She didn't. She was cool. She just had to stay home with the kids. But
yeah.
then it's like, I mean, I understand. I understand. See, I don't like. I'm a traditionalist in the sense of, I don't even know if I want to say traditionalist, but I understand that everybody has a role. There is a balance to it. It's not a I'm the head, you're the head. It's a yin and a yang. It's a co-creation. It's a it's an agreement.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's not it doesn't have to follow a certain, you know,
Gender role.
guideline. You know what I'm saying? It's there's not a hierarchy to it.
Hmm.
Is what I want to say. There's no, and so I get that. You know what I'm saying? That there needed to be uh, a releasing of the bondage that the feminine energy was in. Okay, I agree with that understanding of what in that concept. You know of because yeah, because and it's even in Islam, you know, the feminine energy is heavily suppressed, and so I get that, and so there needed to be a release of that. The issue is they went about it in the wrong way.
Hmm.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
I look
They
the
did
same.
it through sexual liberation, and it
Hmm.
should have been done in a more uh responsible manner.
Well, you have to understand that too. That was the time around when feminism was becoming very popular. Like, I can do it.
Right.
That's another thing.
Right, that's what I'm
But
saying. That's part of the releasing the feminine energy incorrectly.
yeah, definitely. There the thing I looked up on Google with the black assistants. They said I don't like ChatGPT. I really don't like AI because they be lying. I saw it last year when we went through because they update and they act like they never said nothing what they said before. They'll go back and completely whatever the hell they said. So, but I don't like it. But look, here it says the US government never officially offered assistance specifically for black women to kick their husbands out. However, this idea stems from a controversial welfare policy in the 1960s called the man in the house rule. My thing is, if most people are black, well, most people on welfare are black, how can you sit there and say that it wasn't specifically offered to black women? You know what the fuck you did. You
Mm-hmm.
know exactly what you did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's how it is. They won't, because if there's a man in the house who's working, you can't get welfare.
Yeah, that's what they said.
So it was like, oh, all I gotta do is make this nigga leave, and then I could still not do nothing, and still get money. Oh, for sure, nigga, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
I think they was offering more though, more than what the man was making. Had to be.
yeah, you know what? And there was that shift too in the '80s. They started offering the black women jobs that they was offering. You know, they started offering black women black men jobs. You know what I'm saying? And it created a whole paradigm shift, and it just changed a lot of shit.
Yeah. These days, the women
But
aren't niggas. The women is niggas, and the men just, I don't want to say it, but look,
see, the thing is, who raised us to be like that, though?
women.
Right.
That's the crazy part.
Right.
It's like
So
this.
so it's like so it's like do you not understand it? If that's what you're gonna say about us,
Mhm.
understanding that we are reflecting back to you your parenting.
Yeah, of course. Yes, absolutely. Like if there is a black lady, right, and she's raising both of her kids by herself, that girl is gonna grow up and be like, oh, I can do it all by myself. And that man is gonna grow up expecting. you know, well, first of all, he's gonna deal with his emotions the same way that women deal with their emotions until he learns better than that. Then second, he gonna be expecting, women to do all of that because he never seen a father do it in the household. That's just like, and then the thing about it is, I actually think that it's women. The only people that can fix this at this point is us. Like, we have to, stop being out here looking loose. We have to have standards and a little bit of dignity before anything I feel like can shift in this whole thing because we started this shit. I mean, it started with us. I feel like that probably we gotta reverse it somehow, some way. I don't know how.
It it starts. I mean, this is not to say that the black man doesn't has his own. You know what I'm saying? Accountability and that he has to take in this situation as well.
Of
You
course.
know what I'm saying? Oh, for cause for sure. You know what I'm saying? We take a lot of blame too because it's not because sometimes it's not always what you do, but it's what you allow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even though we was taught by our moms a certain mindset as men, we we were supposed to grab our nuts and say, "Nah, I ain't going for that shit."
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
that's what
And
everybody
and
does.
and and and, and niggas didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then too, we got to take responsibility too because niggas do too much just to fuck, or not even that. Niggas do too much and didn't and don't and won't. You know what I'm saying? Like it just it just like
It's just a mess. It's just chaos.
it's just it's fucking nutty. That's what it is. But it's like people got to start like like all right, look, we both okay, yeah, it started here and then the motherfuckers over here started adding fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now look, we both got to put this motherfucker out. Let's just
Yeah.
we're gonna put this shit the fuck out and gotta be real. Y'all take responsibility, we take responsibility. But now it's like the conversations has to start being more solution based, but it's like it's still hard because it's like
Cognitive dissonance. Don't nobody want to hear it. Everybody
yeah,
just
yeah, because a lot of women still feel like they don't need a man. They still look like feel like they can do this shit by themselves. But it's just wild though how many just women that older women that see with fucking animals because you need that fucking companionship.
well, I mean, you said the older women see it. It's like, dang, I didn't know I was starting something like this, but shit, whoever that
What you
is,
mean?
like, say for instance, if I'm a parent and my
Mm.
kid is running around here, acting out, you know, going out, stealing cars, whatever. And I'm like, that child just won't sit down. Like, I don't know what to do with her anymore. Blah blah blah. So you looking at the kid, but you raised the kid. It's like you talking about the
Right.
older women. It's like, oh, we see that they're like that generation is just we don't know what's wrong with that. But it started when you was you started this shit. You know what I'm saying? They did. And like, oh, you didn't think that it was gonna get this out of hand, but you're looking at the product of
The,
what
oh
you
oh oh for sure.
what
For
you
sure
sat there
when
and did.
listen, when you like really sit there and listen to some grandmas and some black aunties, yo, them niggas is wild.
Yeah.
Wild. I mean, like between 60 and 85. Nah, I'll say between 60 and 90. Yeah, any black woman born after like around 1920, 1930
Mhm.
is still alive. Oh, like night yeah, like 1930 to 1950. Yo, them niggas crazy.
Ran
yo,
through.
yo, they got some wild ass attitudes, yo. Like them older ladies be aggressive as fuck. For real. Will
Mm.
talk to you crazy. like for real, lady, like it ain't even that serious. But you know, it's it's both sides. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like we definitely they're like we gotta stop like niggas gotta stop doing so much for pussy, but then it's like y'all gotta stop giving pussy to niggas who walk around with their ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be like this type of accountability on both sides of the fucking owl. You know, and it's like I don't know if
Well, the quick fix is like a drug. It's gonna take them to hit rock bottom with whatever situation they in for them to actually fix some shit. I mean, it might have to take you 4 kids and 4 different baby daddies for you, but like, all right, I'm done. Or I don't want my kids to grow up like this. You get what I'm saying? But you gonna have to. It's gonna be hard because the thing about it is,
but see
lust has grown too, and there is this
I don't
infatuation with that that's
right.
bringing
I
broken
don't
homes into the situation.
I don't absolve black men at all. And not only that, I believe that even though history even though history may say that the split came because of a choice that y'all made, I believe that to a large extent the change still has to be with us though. You know what I'm saying? It's still on us to step in roles of leadership and start holding y'all accountable. You know what I'm saying? Stop with this weak ass leadership. You know what I'm
Have you
saying?
all
Cause it's
not? Have you all not have tried to hold accountability or hold us accountable, but we don't listen to you. So how are you leading when we don't listen? We would have to be receptive towards that first. That's what I'm saying. Like it would start as a being a receptive to change. You can talk all day. We not listening.
why is that though?
I I don't know, cause I'm not even trying to like. I ain't one of them. I really don't know. I don't know. And then when you're talking about men and you don't hold, well, you don't. What is the word you keep saying? I think you're saying like in context clues. You're saying that you don't not fault men. And my thing is, I'm pretty sure that both
Hold on,
sides.
what you say? No, 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 no. I'm blaming both sides.
I I know, but I think that you're saying like you're expressing that because I'm talking about women, and you're expressing that I don't think that men are innocent basically, and so
You know, men aren't innocent. No.
you're basically giving the opposite, and I'm just saying that I really like I'm listening to your points about men and everything like that. I'm trying to understand too because I really haven't heard this perspective about like what the men could fix or what's wrong with the men. All I know or all I can talk about is pretty much just what I see with my kind. That's what I'm saying.
I think I think that the best thing that black men can do
Hmm.
is, as far as the leadership and helping the black woman get right, is first is we have to get ourselves right individually. That it starts
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then we have to honestly start holding y'all accountable. Like we have to.
Please explain because I'm like, how are you going to hold them accountable when okay, so let's walk this through. Let's walk out this
Because
scenario.
because what I'm saying is that, like I said, it's not always what you do, it's what you allow. You know what I'm saying? It's what you put up with. So
Okay,
it's like,
so what can
if
you walk
if
me
if niggas if niggas collectively stop putting up with certain shit, it's going to have a ripple effect.
okay, so walk me through this scenario. The one where okay, so men tell me exactly what men are going to stop doing and then tell me how that affects if you can. Then we talking about we're talking about solutions now. So
Yeah,
tell me.
I hear you. It sounds like you don't believe black women will change or can change.
No,
It,
I'm not
it,
saying that. I'm actually just like I just want you to talk me through cuz I just want you cuz I'm trying to that's not true. I'm trying to understand what you would what
I
you would
mean,
do in that
I
situation.
mean,
Like,
just
what would you do to try to get that to happen?
I mean, we can just start just simply by just the way y'all talk with the fucking that. Like, oh yeah, as soon as you start to, it's a wrap. There's not it. You know what I'm saying? It's how we respond to
Oh yeah, I
behavior.
understand. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
But then again, hold on. So if
consistently though. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
It's collectively. You know what
okay,
I'm
because my
saying?
thing
Like,
is too with what you're saying. It's like I feel like that falls on the other side as well. Like
yeah,
we have to be holding everybody accountable because it just
that's
can't
what I
all go.
said.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah, yeah.
said.
I mean,
That's what I said.
I know you said that, but I'm
That's
just
what I
saying.
said.
And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
for
just
sure.
gonna sit
Like,
there and say, "Oh, it just sounds like you don't think women can change." That's not true.
no, that yeah, that's how it
That's
was.
not
That's how it was. Like,
true. I
no,
like
that's how it
I
was.
feel in a hot spot.
No, because that's how it was. Like, because it's something. No, because this whole time it just seems like your perspective has been like, but women keep, like you said, like we don't listen. It's like it's like you've been playing like, devil's advocate. Like, nigga, you talking about change, but like we don't want to listen to y'all niggas. So what the fuck is, and I hear that, but see, that's what I'm saying. So since y'all don't want to listen to us, that's where I'm talking about. That's where the true leadership come at. Since y'all don't want to listen to us, then we have to start acting accordingly. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then you don't want to listen to me? Okay. Now then I have to act accordingly. Now I have to change my behaviors. Now I have to deal with you differently because you don't want to fucking listen to me.
Okay, and then what I said too, also, I said that I can only speak from my perspective because I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what you would have to change.
Right.
And I like the
Right.
fact, I like the fact that you can give the guy's perspective, and I'm over here, you know, and it's not like you talking about playing devil's advocate. I'm just seeing what I observe. I'm a lady myself. I be in the rooms, so it's like you know,
Yeah.
like I ain't
Yeah.
even, first of all, and then second, like I only live with my sisters. The first two men I ever had in my family is 4 and 12. They're kids, so anything that has anything to do with men and how they act, I'm sorry, haven't seen much of it, but I know what ladies do. I've seen a lot of
Right.
that. But I'm willing, I'm open, and I'm not saying that men. I don't. I see everybody fucked up. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, for
Men,
sure. There's no. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
it's a lot.
I'm not
And
debating
then,
because that's why I said even though I feel like women started it, it's on it's on the men to get us out of it. It's it's
and
it's, it's
then,
on it's it's on men to lead the change.
you know what men need to do for real? Since you want me to talk about men now, you know what men need to do? Men should
What's that?
probably work on, you know, avoidance. Cause that's what a lot of them do. They don't wanna hold people accountable because they'd rather just avoid everything. And I don't know why. I don't know why that's it. But
But
the
but you
avoidance,
know what though? Look, but
narcissism.
hold on. But this is why there is no fucking black culture because everybody's avoiding because y'all don't hold each other accountable either. We don't hold each other accountable. When y'all when a female tries to hold one of y'all accountable, she's a pick me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
Like
then it's
what I
like,
do.
and then it's like, and then it's like when a nigga try to hold another nigga accountable,
You're
they
gay.
looking at you like, yo, how much money you got, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They even be like, they even, you know what I'm saying? It's like they, what's your status to even be try to fucking talk? You know what I'm saying? Fucking talk to
Or
me like that, nigga.
you know you a coon. They really love that
Right,
one. They love it. And
right,
I'm just like, listen, I'm trying to help you out.
right.
No, I can't
but
stand.
but most. But then it's like a lot of traumatized niggas too want to just automatically get physical too. You know what I'm saying? Cause emotional, unhealed, traumatized niggas immediately want to get physical because they can't have a conversation.
Hmm.
But it's like black culture needs some fucking work. And it starts with. I
But
mean, to me,
again, accountability, not allowing everything.
no, that, but then it starts with leaving these religions. You know, it starts with not doing it for the ground. It starts with
Loving yourself. That's
for
it.
sure. Yeah. It
Everybody need to take a collective date. Collective. What was I gonna say? Everybody need to take a collective break from dating. Everybody take a year off, or two.
See, I disagree with that.
Let's stop, and we all gonna get ourselves together first.
I disagree with that for several reasons. One reason is that you can only do but so much healing in isolation. There is no way to
I ain't say
completely
forever.
heal. Huh?
Sorry, I ain't say forever. I said a year.
I heard you, but I mean, to each his own. You know, it might vary from person to person, but I hear you though.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, yeah, yeah, year is cool. Right.
Too soon.
They get unhealed. You know, get your shit together.
Yeah. I think that might be the answer. We all just need to stop talking and stop fucking. Then we're gonna realize how much we miss each other. Like, you know what? I do need you. I think that's the
Yeah, but
answer.
it's like niggas ain't gonna. I don't know how
I mean, honestly,
niggas ain't gonna be able to keep their dick in their
that's what I'm
pants.
saying. Like, that's a done deal. But I'm just saying, in the imaginary world, it'll be fixed. I don't know. I could talk about the problems all day. I don't know no type of solution. I don't even know. The thing about it is, like you said, you can tell people information, but you can't do nothing. You just gotta let them do what they gonna do.
Well, you know what the true solution is like you said, it's being authentically you. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the solutions. You know.
Hmm. And also having boundaries, like you said, for real.
Yeah. You know, we have to start. We raising our children right, but it all stems to loving yourself
Hmm. Yeah.
and
Because
accountability.
when you love yourself, you gonna have your boundaries. That's a given. What you gonna take and what you want.
Yeah, but it seems like that step is like almost later on down the road because it's just so much other shit that just needs to be fucking talked about. You know, like black people are skilled to be vulnerable with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um,
Oh, can we talk about that? Oh, you think that stems from, you know, I think black people have terrible abandonment issues, and I think that stems from one parent households and how, their daddy left. That starts early. Also, with avoidance, it's kind of like when, like how black people don't take mental health seriously. You can tell your parents that, you ain't feeling too well. You might be depressed. They say, nigga, you ain't got nothing to be depressed about. You don't got no job. Then you stop telling people stuff. So whenever you have any accusations or any questions or whatever, or you want to instill your boundaries, you don't want to instill your boundaries no more because you don't think nobody give a fuck. I don't know if that was
but
too
see,
personal.
I I heard what you're saying, right? But the thing too though is that I think the reason why that might be is because, well, I understand that there's a negative connotation on the word depression,
Hmm.
and I'm not sure if the word compression is the right word, instead of depression. But
I like that.
what is so called depression, all it really is just
Metamorphosis.
an yeah,
Yeah. Your death and
Yeah,
rebirth.
that's all. Yeah, that's all it really is. It's just the opportunity to go inward.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and to make a change. You know what I'm saying. That's all it is. It's letting you know that nigga what you've been doing up until this point ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. You've been living somebody else's life.
Yeah, you're no longer
So
satisfied at that point. So
yeah,
now what are we
yeah.
gonna do?
It's not about you're chemically imbalanced or there's something wrong with you. It's just nigga, you just been living a lie, and so it's head ahead, and it's
Hmm.
being brought to your attention.
Hmm. I find that
That's all.
the most times I've been depressed is when I've been like working, like a 9 to 5. I'm like, I can't do that because I'm not happy. Like I'm literally not happy, and it's like
Right.
it's my soul, like my soul, and that does not it can't coexist. That shit makes me not want to be here. Like I can't do it, you know. And that's the
Mhm.
thing right there. It's like when you're doing things that your soul does not align with, you're gonna feel it.
For
That's how I
sure.
feel. And then at that point, you have to stick with yourself and be like, okay, so what is in alignment with me now? And even then, you might go down a path that aligns with you at that certain point, and then you might find yourself depressed again. I mean, shit, it don't stop. But then that's when you gotta ask yourself again, okay, I went this way, so now let me figure out how to get myself back in alignment again. It's not, yeah, like you said, it's not an imbalance or anything. It's just going through a process of shifting a metamorphosis. It's just a death and rebirth. I feel like yes, absolutely.
Which is what the black collective needs in America, a metamorphosis. You know what I'm saying? Like we need some fucking change because we got the passport bros. You know what I'm saying? And I mean I understand. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
I did
nigga,
it.
you can't. No,
Never
that's
mind.
not going to be that's not going to be the right turn. I'll get my head chopped off if I say some shit like that. But it's like
Say it. You can cut it out.
it,
Say it. Say it. Say it.
it's like you you can't expect a wild animal to domesticate itself. Uh, you can't you we
Who's the wild?
meaning that. See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't. That's not the example. Like
Hold on. Wait.
bad
What?
example. Bad example. The point that I'm trying to make is that black men can't leave black women to fix the issue on their own.
You can't leave it. Oh, okay.
Yes, we can't just leave black women to fix their issues on their own. We have to take a leadership role in that, even though the conversation has to start amongst yourselves. We still have to
Yeah, I mean that's all. Like it'll have to be
be
y'all
the
because
leaders. But
I can't
please
do it.
don't like I said that might have been a bad example. But I was not referring to black women as wild animals in no way, shape, form, or fashion.
No,
You
because that
know,
would be absurd.
for sure. I'm probably gonna edit that out because I don't want no smoke.
Ah.
You know, but I'm just I'm saying like. I'll use this. You can expect a badass kid to just necessarily learn how to be good on their own. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some type of.
Who's the bad kid?
But see, that's what I'm. But I'm just. Or you not understanding the analogy that I'm trying to make?
No, I get what you're saying. I'm honestly just instigating.
See, that's. That I'm referring to black women though. You know
I know.
when I say that,
I know.
and but I
I got
don't
that a long time ago.
say that again.
I got that a long time ago.
But again,
Yeah.
we it's
I get it though. I just had to say that because you did that thing and I didn't forget.
I did what?
You did that thing where you was like, it seems like it seems like you don't think black women can change. So I
I mean,
didn't. I mean, I get it. I
I
got it. I'm done.
yeah. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
That was
I
it.
hear
Like
you. I
that's
hear
it.
you. Oh, right. We're gonna push and shove and
No, we don't have to do that
resist.
no more. It's
Uh,
over.
no. I'm just saying. No, I
Okay.
get it. As far as conversation. This is the. I ain't at. You know what? For the most part, I don't be adding. I just be chopping off the end and the beginning. I might even leave this little section in there. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it, raw, whatever.
Yeah,
But
you need a little comic relief.
I get what you're saying though. Yeah, and I'm agreeing though. Like it's there's gonna be some resistance, and that's cool because that's where the tension is, where the
Conversation
work.
starts. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where shit can start moving fucking forward. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's interesting you say that.
mm.
And I'm saying this from
Everybody,
experience. You
everybody.
know, and I have to start with me first because because it's like a lot of this conversation is kind of like me talking to myself because I was in this situation
Mhm.
with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Where I stayed too long, you know, because I wasn't loving myself, you know. B I was whatever the case may be, but I say that to say that I be trying to blame. There was a point in time where I was blaming somebody for the hurt and pain that they caused me. You know what I'm saying? But then I had to look at it and was like,
You did that to yourself because why would you sit there?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but then it's like, but then it was like, this is what I'm saying where I fucked up at because it was like I was having conversations to where I was having conversations with myself and with other people where like I was hearing leave. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I stayed. And so I say that to say like that's part of the leadership that men have to play. Not only do we have to get our shit together, it's just individually, we have to stop accepting we have to stop accepting certain behaviors. You know what I'm saying? And it start with us. Because once the men get this shit together, then the women will follow suit.
Mhm.
There's just no way around that to a degree. I don't know if I really want to say that because your own individual responsibility and accountability shouldn't be dependent on anybody else.
That's true. Yeah.
And so, you know, there's always, going back to that aspect of it. And so it's like, there's levels to it, understanding, that's what I'm saying, understanding the shit from an individual aspect and then addressing shit from a collective. You know, so I love black women, and it's like the things that black couples create when they are in true alignment with themselves and in harmony with each other. Niggas is moving planets. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they know that's why they got it systematically set up for us to remain fucked. But the thing is though is that niggas gotta start understanding is that we can live outside of their system. We can live outside of the system that has for several centuries kept us oppressed and suppressed. Like we don't need that system, you know? And that's where, the thinning of the veil, all of these nut you however the fuck you want to call it, that's where that come into play at. And so understanding that we are not tied to the system that we was raised in. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties and shit cut the fuck off, and I don't remember where we was at. And so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. We're gonna do a part two of this topic. Uh because it needs to be had. You know, America is at a very interesting point in time in its history, and Black America is scattered. We ain't moving as a unit. Like there's a lot that's about to fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? And
It's about time to come together.
for
Like,
sure, like and that and now nobody's not even saying that on no cliche shit.
for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? But it's like they about to formally announce these aliens. You know what I'm saying? They about to let the world know that these niggas been with us our whole lives. They been living amongst us. You know what I'm saying?
They about to
Niggas
take
is
all
a
your money away. They gonna try to keep it
yeah for sure.
brain.
They
You need
about
a
to take the fucking
community. They
they
put
about to
in
take the fuck.
vaccines and tomatoes. Just it's just crazy. We need to be out there in the wild, growing tomatoes and
For
reproducing
sure.
there.
I was just talking to a nigga the other day cause that's what he doing. He got his tomatoes, his lettuce, you know what I'm saying? And I was talking to him the other day and I was like, yo man, make sure you keep doing what you doing because there's gonna be a time where niggas like you is the niggas who we coming to. You know what I'm saying? Like you, like there's gonna come a point in time where niggas like you is playing a pivotal point. I mean, a
Yeah,
pivotal role in the black community. You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
great.
So like, make sure you keep doing this shit. Make sure you getting this type of information out there because a lot of niggas don't know nothing about growing their own fucking nothing. Niggas don't. If you left niggas in the woods, niggas wouldn't know which berries is poisonous, which ones is edible. Niggas wouldn't know how to make fire from two sticks.
It's gonna be
You
a
know
lot of
what I'm
natural
saying?
selection going on.
Like niggas would be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, they about to take the fucking money. These aliens is here. Once these niggas find out what these religions have is really based on, it's gonna be the same thing. Is that 300 when the nigga threw the he threw the spear at the nigga who was sitting on the thing and it cut his ear and that's when he realized he fucking bleeds like a fucking he thought he was a god and he oh, he cut us. I forgot the point that I was trying to make with that. But long story short, man, like
We need to get it together.
for sure. Oh yeah, because I was saying with the religion shit, like niggas is going to find out who they gods really is. Oh man,
Gay Caucasians?
what you say?
Gay Caucasians?
No, I'm talking about all these. I'm talking about from like Jews, the Muslims, the like Christians. Like when once they find out like who or what it is they've been getting on their knees praying to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, okay.
These niggas.
Well, let's leave it up. But we
Oh
can't
yeah, for sure.
hear
Yeah, right,
everything. Now
right,
they gotta come back for
right,
these
right,
new
right,
skills.
right. But you know, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Uh, we're gonna do a part two of this, and appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Stay in pursuit of the end of anything that keeps you from being your authentic self. To the next episode. Mahala at y'all. All right, Miss Lady, Miss Conspiracy.
All
You
right.
enjoy the rest of your night,
You too.
and
You
talk
ain't
to
even
you later.
say you appreciate me, but I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna just let you do
What you
that.
mean? I'm not even done. I still recording you and all that. This was still. I appreciate you, and I'm leaving this in there too. And I'm
Cause I
leaving
was
this
about
in
to
here.
say that was crazy.
No,
I appreciate
listen,
you. And I like, they here?
listen. Listen, you know I
I just
appreciate
play.
you
I
being
just play.
here.
I just play. I just play.
But you for sure you listen. For sure. I don't like recording podcast this I don't like recording for this channel unless I got somebody with me. So I
Yeah,
appreciate you for sure
I got you.
for
I
being here. You know what
don't
I'm saying?
worry.
But we also, appreciate the viewers too.
Yeah, of
You know,
course. Bye. Bye,
you
guys.
know.
Thanks.